Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're all doing really well, and thank you so much for all of your support. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, how does your crush view you? In front of me, I have 3 different options. Choose the one that really calls out to you. Don't choose your favorite animal, just choose the one that you feel most drawn to. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so how does your crush view you right now? Okay, group 1. So we start off with the Bear card as your dominant energy, and what comes to me about that is that your crush sees you guys like somebody who is a strong individual. Okay, like inside as well as outside. So I'm just getting somebody who means business. You know, you come across like you are a confident person, somebody who is fiercely loyal and protective. In fact, I'm actually getting that for some of you. For some of you that chose group number 1, it's like you're like a mama bear or papa bear, okay? Like you might have kids and they come first, you know? And it's kind of like you're seeing like, who do I really trust to let in, you know, because you have that protective vibe to you is what's coming across. And, you know, even if you don't have kids, you still come across with that bear-like energy of being very protective, okay? It could be of your own heart. And those who mean the most to you, basically, okay? So a lot of you who choose this group are very close to your family and friends, okay? Like a tight-knit group. And it's like you're very choosy with who you decide to let in is what's coming across. So I feel like, you know, your crush knows this, or if not, they get the sense, okay, that you are a very strong and protective person, period, okay? Okay, so along with that, you guys also have a very, like you come across like an Aries, okay? That's like the other dominant energy that's really coming through. And with that, I feel like you guys, you know, like Aries, they really show up. They shake the room up with their presence alone. And then anything else they do just kind of magnifies that. So I feel like, you know, when you guys speak, you speak your mind, okay? Even if it rocks the boat, even if it kind of, you know, it's like you're authentic to the core. Like you're kind of like the type of person that's like, you know, take it or leave it, but I'm gonna say what comes to me, you know, and it's all about you being true to you, okay? Along with that, I feel like, you know, you guys just have a very fiery energy to you, a very fast-paced, moving energy to you, so you don't like to sit still, okay? And I feel like your crush knows that. So honestly, I'm kind of getting the impression that the more they get to know you, it's kind of like they'll see that, you know, a date that would be fun for you would be like something that involves some kind of physical activity. And, you know, like, so maybe they'll take you out dancing, or you could do putt-putt or something like that, you know, an arcade, something. Okay, so the other way that your crush views you is we also have Mercury communication. So I feel like you guys are really good at speaking. Okay, so you might even have a job where it requires you to speak and, you know, deliver information or instructions or, you know, anything that involves speaking. And I feel like, you know, you guys, that's what you crave in a person as well. So it's like you want somebody who can hold a conversation, somebody who is mentally stimulating, you know, that type of vibe is what's coming through. So I feel like you kind of lose interest in people who kind of just give you like a hey, or what's up, what are you doing, you know, that kind of stuff. All right, so the next way that your crush sees you is you guys come across like you're really well put together. And you have your ish together, you know. They feel like they like your style. Okay, I feel like a lot of you look good in red. It's really standing out to me, red and black in particular, but really any color. But yeah, like your aesthetic is just kind of like it stands out without really trying. It's just kind of like you know what looks good together, and you might even wear aviators like that, okay, like leather boots, stuff like that. A bit of a rock star edge to you. Okay, so yeah, and then my Alpha card came out, so definitely, yeah, you guys, you do come across like you're a dominant person. a confident, dominant, can be blunt type of person who likes movement. You guys are all about like, okay, so like, what are we doing? What's the plan? You know, what are my goals? Like, even what are my goals? So whether you guys are an Aries or not, the thing that comes across with you guys is that you don't like being stagnant. You don't like feeling stuck. You like the constant flow of moving in life, moving towards goals, accomplishing goals, okay? So you like have success written all over you. I also feel like you guys are a bit of a thrill seeker. You might even be into cars, especially if you're a guy watching this. It's just like coming through, you know, motorcycles, that type of thing. Okay, so we also have Leo. So a lot of fires coming through for what, you know, how you guys come across. So I feel like you don't shy away from the spotlight, you know, and it goes back to communication. So some of you could actually be in the spotlight, or again, it's just how you show up in life, or, you know, your social media. It's possibly get a lot of attention, a lot of followers, a lot of, you know, like likes, comments, you know, you might have fans and followers basically, like no matter what you post. But because, you know, communication came out, I feel like a lot of it, like, it doesn't have to just do with like, you know, if you posted a selfie or whatever, it could, but like also what's coming through is I feel like you guys kind of have like a message that you want to share with the world, okay? Like that type of vibe is coming through, and I feel like your person realizes that. And also with Aquarius, yeah, I feel like, you know, you guys are really like wanting to make a difference and be a voice for others. So you definitely have this empowering side to you. Okay, so with Pluto here in transformation, yeah, it's like you guys are also going through some kind of a transformation that's also showing up. So it's kind of like you're just like, which is propelling you to the next level. Like, I feel like you guys already wanted to make like a positive, you know, a difference in other people's lives, but now it's kind of like it's really like all coming full circle, you know, with you going through your own transformation and a glow up and like elevating, and your communication is just getting better and better the more you do it. I feel like you're really showing up as this dominant force, and that's like how your crush sees you. Yeah, and then with this, it's kind of like, you know, people don't know what to expect with you, and that's like what makes it so exciting to be around you guys. I feel like you make any moment seem fun, and it's kind of like you're spontaneous, you know, with what you say or do, so you kind of keep people at the edge of their seat. So you're a bit of a thrill seeker. You get other people feeling like you're a thrill. So I feel like that's partly like why people are so like drawn to you, your crush included, but that's actually coming across like people in general. Okay, but currently your crush kind of sees you guys, you know, with the 3 of water and the Hierophant, like you don't really want anything serious right now. Whether or not that's true, that's how you're coming across currently. I feel like they think deep down you do, but it's kind of like you're focused on something else right now. Something has your dominant focus. So it's kind of like, I feel like your crush is giving you this space to kind of maneuver and navigate and deal with whatever's currently, you know, taking up your attention and focus. But yeah. Okay, so I do see though that your crush is crushing on you with my seahorse card here. Okay, that I get a very mutual feeling. Even there's been entertaining that you possibly could be the one, but they're still kind of, I feel like this is fairly new and they're like exploring this, you know. Okay, so here's what's also coming across is they see you guys as living in a world of your own, and you keep a lot to yourself, which is interesting because I definitely get that you guys can be blunt and like speak your mind and be outgoing in that sense. But when it comes to yourself, you do keep a lot to yourself unless you feel comfortable with the person, is what I'm getting with that. So this person does see you guys as being kind of mysterious and kind of just doing your own thing and focused on, I feel like, you know, just really like you guys are diving into self-realization and really wanting to be the best you, I see. So it's like you're very focused on yourself right now, on top of if anything else is currently taking your attention. They also say, it's not in your head, I feel it too. So if you were wondering if this connection is mutual or not, okay, I have 2 cards that are confirming that it is. And then we have give me another chance. Okay, so this is interesting. That could be in regards to if you guys happen to, you know, this could be somebody that you were already involved with, or maybe you and your crush for some reason did not get off on the right foot, okay? And for some of you, that's not even going to resonate, but for those of you that it does, this person, I feel like, you know, if you guys didn't get off on the right foot, it's like they want to start over again, you know, like with a clean slate, because you are definitely the one that I see that they're choosing. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so how does your crush view you? All right, so we start off with the Fox card here. So your crush definitely views you guys as being like very intelligent and clever, and I feel like, you know, you guys are just deep. You have substance to you, which your crush finds refreshing. And I feel like, you know, there's just something about you. The Fox is a very, you know, like, just there's a charisma to you. There's this magnetism to you that they just don't get when they're around other people, you know, and they just want to know more about you. This person is way more curious than what they let on. Okay, I feel like this person likes to kind of put up a little front and act like, you know, like you guys are like this, I want to say like a casual acquaintance, but it is just so silly to me because like deep down this person's like, oh, they just like, they have no chill, okay? Like this person plays a good game. I mean, this person acts like they have a poker face, okay? The person you're crushing on has a poker face, but like deep down, I see like all these feelings stirring up inside them when they think about you or when they actually see you or talk to you. So yeah, you know. Okay, let's see. They also view you guys like, this is an interesting combination, like a Leo and a Pisces, okay? On one hand, with the Leo, it's like they see that you have this bold side to you that doesn't shy away from the spotlight. You know, you're a great communicator, even like a performer. You can be lively when you speak. You know, you use your hand like gestures. You know, you're just very like into what you're into, very passionate, fiery person, okay? And then it's like you have this other side to you that is more introspective and like, you know, imaginative, creative, intuitive, that water side. So you have a very interesting combination of like, you know, kind of like an outgoing side and a more introverted, but okay, so you have like this like kind of like a performer, spotlight, you know, speaking side to you, and then a more like I'm going inward and, you know, really just observing and in my own world type of being, but magical nonetheless. So the combination of the two of them is how your person sees you, okay? Like this fiery, fun person who would just like spontaneously dance and say whatever comes to them, and then this other side just kind of flows and is doing their own thing and is just seen to be like magic, okay? Your crush is definitely attracted to you guys as well. Okay, so with the Sun card here, you know, this person also views you guys as being like such a bright light in their life, okay? Like symbolically as well as literally, I feel. And I feel like this person just lights up like when they see you or think about you, okay? And they just, again, you guys have this magnetism that like they just don't get with anybody else, okay? You guys make them feel excited for life again. Okay, yeah, and along with that, you know, I feel like this person's, they're catching feelings with the Love card here, like, but they're trying to kind of hide it is what I'm getting. So that's interesting. you guys make them listen to love songs again, okay? And like things remind them of you, and they just find themselves thinking about you and wondering like, what could we be? And then with the empowerment card here, I feel like there's definitely something about you guys that is inspiring, okay? I feel like you, like group number one, okay, you both have this similar empowerment theme coming through. I feel like you're both good at communicating, and you know, there's something about you communicating a message to others that's really going to make a difference. Like no matter what it is that you do for a living, or this or that, whether you're in the spotlight or not, you guys are influencing people, like whether you realize it or not, by the things that you post, by the way that you are, okay? And I'm just getting like, you have people looking up to you, whether you realize it or not. So it's, you know, just something to be mindful of, and like really like take off with it. Like if something comes to you to say or write, do it, okay? Because you just never know like how it's gonna help or, you know, positively affect somebody. Okay, so your crush also sees you guys as being like sophisticated and classy. I feel like they like your style. They like the way that you are. It's just like, you know, you come across like you have a unique sense of style, I feel, first of all. And they just like, there's just something about you, again, like this just coming across as being unique and different to this person. And I feel like they just like want to like, they want to like stare, but like this person's very like aware, very observant person. So it's kind of like they're always like trying to not be obvious about anything. And I feel like that's why you guys are like wondering, because, you know, they just have this way about them where you both feel it on an energetic level. But as far as like the actions go that make this known, that there's actually a spark and a connection between you guys, is very low key. Like this person does not like to let on with this kind of stuff, even if they're feeling it deep down, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so when I saw this card, okay, there's something about you guys that takes this person on like energetically a vacation. They just feel so free and alive and happy when in your presence, okay? That the song that came to me in particular about that is John Mayer's Your Body is a Wonderland, and the lyric in particular is, this person wants you guys to take all your big plans and break them, okay? Like you guys get this person wanting to do things that they would never do, which is like literally like not show up to work, just spend all day with you, okay? Like, yeah, just doing whatever. That's like the impression I'm getting. Interesting. Okay, so this card flew out with this card. So I do feel like you and your crush, you know, have this past life connection together, and that's why you both feel like, I can't explain this, like what I'm feeling, but I love it, okay? Because I do feel like there is something in particular that makes you both think like, is this logical, okay? I keep getting this repetitive message for my group twos lately that there's just some kind of obstacle that it's like if you two were to give this a go, it would rock the boat, especially for your person, I feel. So again, it's like neither one of you can explain it, but it's like you both feel it intensely. But it's very low key right now, okay? That's what's interesting. Okay, with the wifey or hubby material, your person, I'm spilling the tea on them right now, but like they low key, since they do everything low key, okay? Your person's like a real professional about things, but they really do view you guys like you would be their dream or ideal wife or husband, okay? Low key, of course. All right, so here's also what's interesting. So with the Eight of Air and the Five of Pentacles, they're both reversed. It kind of makes me feel like, you know, there was definitely this point where you were both at where it was like you both kind of put a halt to even like maybe interacting with each other or seeing each other or something like that. It was even a bit of like a shift energetically between you guys where it was kind of like you really thought, okay, so am I supposed to move on from this? Like, I'm not, like, there's a disconnect all of a sudden, even if there really wasn't. And now I see, like, you both are coming out of that with both of these reversed. So it's kind of like you feel connected again and you think, okay, like, is something going to pop off between us? Like, what's going on? And, you know, I feel like this person's very back and forth because, again, like, I feel like they're at a crossroads right now and they know that depending on what decision they take, like, it's really going to change. It's going to alter their life. So, you know, I feel like this person's just really trying to navigate, like, what would be right. And I feel like you guys are doing the same. So it's interesting. But either way, I do see, you know, if there was some kind of a disconnect between you two, like, it's not there right now. You both are, like, bounced out of that. But still kind of like neither one of you knows what's going on, though. Okay, and then with my shoe card as well as my nomad card, it's kind of like, you know, this person feels like 1 minute you're in their life, the next minute you're not. So they kind of like know that, like, if they were going to make a move, it has to be soon because, you know, you may not stick around. You may move on. Like, there's got this feel to it. Like, it's kind of like it's now or never type of feeling. Okay, then we also have my things were left unsaid. So this person definitely feels like, you know, you two have not gotten a real chance to have a heart-to-heart communication about what is going on and if something is going to happen. Okay, so kind of like I feel like your person's starting to realize that them being so low-key is making it to where you guys feel like you have no choice but to move on from this connection. So I'm definitely getting this feeling of them feeling like, you know, again, like that, okay, I realize I gotta make up my mind, it's now or never type thing. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so how does your crush view you? Okay, group 3. So we start off with the Goose card as your dominant energy. So your crush definitely sees you guys as somebody who either, I feel like there's an interesting travel theme with those of you that choose this group. Okay, so either you've moved a lot or you like to travel, or maybe you travel for work, okay? Or, you know, again, maybe you like the outdoors and you like camping or something like, you know, hiking. There's something going on with your energy and travel and movement. Okay, so take what resonates with that. But like, your crush knows this about you. They know this means a lot to you, or it's a big part of your life, okay? Or maybe you live in an RV. Like, I'm literally getting something like that where you're on the move a lot. Either way, so this person knows, though, that you guys are really out to live your best life as your best self, okay? Like, just, it's time. I see that you guys are like, you know, I've done a lot of healing, growth, like, I'm ready to take off, like, and fly, like, in life. So, yeah, I feel like they admire you guys, like, your strength, what you've been through, how far you've come, your perseverance. I'm just getting, like, kind of like an off in the distance admiration type vibe for you guys with your crush. Like, whether you ever hear this or realize it or not, like, that's what's coming through. So there's also a theme with you guys and this, like, tapping into your own intuition and inner knowing and being guided by that, and your bravery to really embark on the unknown is what I'm seeing. So maybe, you know, there was something that you kind of vacillated about or were on the fence about, and it's like all of a sudden something shifted within you and you were like, you know what, I'm going all in. Like, no matter what happens, I'm taking off with this new path, you know? And I feel like that's what you guys are doing. You know, you're very focused on yourself and where you're going in life. And I feel like on top of it, I just get this feeling of you really wanting to have a good time with it all. Because a lot of your life has felt serious or heavy, and now you guys are coming out of that, okay? Like, the tables are turning, and now it's like you just want to, it's like you really want to be in this lighter energy now. and feel expansive and empowered within, you know, like that type of vibe. And I feel like you now are at the point where if this person isn't going to add to it, you don't even want to spend the time or energy, like even entertaining it. Okay, kind of, you have like a been there, done that type of vibe. So, yeah. All right, so your crush also views you guys like a Libra, okay? So somebody who definitely enjoys the finer things in life, somebody who's got their own sense of class and style. I feel like you guys don't really even, you know, have to try, and you just like, you are kind of choosy when it comes to things that you're into or that you like, and, you know, you're just kind of like you're your own unique individual, you know, and I do feel like you are a hopeless romantic at heart. Like deep down, I do feel like you want love and you want, you know, to spend your life with that person that you deem is the one. But at the same time, you're like kind of like leery of people now, you know, and you kind of want them to prove themselves to you. So you definitely have this air and vibe about you where it's kind of like your crush knows that kind of like if they're not on the same page, like don't bother. Like that's like the vibe you give. But at the same time, okay, you are definitely coming across, like I said, like with this lighter energy as a more passionate person who's really starting to enjoy life again and have fun. And, you know, that's magnetism right there. Like, so I'm even getting the impression, like, even if this crush of yours, you know, isn't the person that's going to be your next, you're going to be like drawing all these different people. The more you tap into fifth house energy, it's kind of like, you know, like people are drawn to people who make them feel like life is okay and it's fun and, you know, like just like you're just living it up. You're enjoying it. You know, you're going to have more people be drawn to you like a moth to a flame. But yeah, you know, the flow card is your vibe right now. And you're really like just seeing what resonates with you and going with that flow, and things that don't, that aren't a harmony and don't, you know, I just see you like really shutting the door on things that maybe you once thought you wanted, but now that you realize with a clear mind that really don't serve you, okay? And that could even be patterns as well. I'm just getting like a big self-realization theme coming through for you guys. All right, so moving right along. Okay, so for some of you, you are coming across like you already have kids, okay? And I feel like they definitely are your world and take up a lot of your time, you know, and you're kind of at this point where, you know, and that could even be partly like where this is coming from as far as like, who do I want to let in? Who do I trust to let in? You know, so it's kind of like, and again, with that theme of being more choosy, you are definitely more choosy. You are protective, you know, but those that you do let in, I see you guys are fiercely like loyal and just like the best person someone could have on their side is what's coming through. Okay, so we also have my self-serving card. So with that, what comes to me is that, you know, it's just, again, like you guys are definitely putting yourself first, and that's not necessarily a selfish thing at all. In fact, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if it goes back to that saying, if you don't fill your cup up, you can't help others fill theirs, you know, like, so do no good to ourselves or others by running ragged, basically, you know, and just what does an empty cup do? So I feel like you guys maybe at one point were a bit more, you know, maybe people pleasing to a sense and feeling like you had to be of service or something. Not that that's bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like if it comes to the point of like exhausting yourself, it's like you're not honoring yourself and you're not going to be truly there for another. So I feel like you guys now have had this full circle realization where you really do have to be there, you know, for yourself and put yourself first, fill up that cup. And then I see that, you know, you guys are able to help others, because I do see that, like, you guys really do have kind of that humanitarian, yeah, you guys have like that humanitarian spirit about you. So I see, you know, being of service to others really like is, you know, it's like part of your calling, if not your calling, okay? I'm actually kind of getting that this group likes to do multiple things. So I don't want to just label you as like one way, but yeah, so that's interesting. That's great though that you realize that. Yeah, and you even come across as a bit of a prince or a princess, okay? And I feel, again, like that's just you honoring you, knowing that you deserve the best and that you're not going to settle. You know, you're not going to settle for somebody half being interested, somebody playing games, somebody, you know, like blowing you off. No, like, you know, you guys, you've had throughout your growth these past couple of years, I'm going to say, a lot of realizations about like what you want and what you don't want. And it's like you're not going to just settle just because somebody's giving you attention one day. Okay. That's amazing. Okay, so back to your crush though. Okay. So you guys are currently coming across like you're kind of like not interested in them. So that's interesting because this is a your crush video. But again, I feel like, you know, I do feel like you guys kind of go back and forth due to some reason. And it kind of like one minute your crush thinks you're interested, the next minute they're not sure. I do feel like they're interested, but they're kind of like mirroring your energy right now. So if you guys were to decide like, yeah, you know, I'd like to give this a go with this person, I feel like they would reciprocate that. But right now they're just kind of mirroring you. They do view you guys as being like the full package, okay? You guys have really good work ethic. I feel like you would do whatever it takes to get something done, but you also play hard, okay? Work hard, play hard. So like, you know when to have a good time, to chill, relax, and just vibe, you know? And yeah, they view you as being like the full package. Like you're a very well-rounded person and you have a heart and you mean well. But we do have, so when this card showed up, it made me feel like lyrics that hit me were the Backstreet Boys song. We're two worlds apart, can't reach to your heart, okay? So your person feels like currently, and that goes with the Nope card, kind of like you're just not wanting to go there just yet with them, like really open up, be vulnerable, open your heart and trust them. So it's almost like I get the vibe that you guys want your crush to prove themselves to you, prove that they are interested and that they're in this for the right reasons and like want the same thing as you and that they're not going to change their mind. That's interesting because you guys are the ones who come across like the Libra, which is typically the ones who change their mind. So I can't help but think that possibly you guys are like that at times, okay? Where one minute you're interested, the next minute you're not, and it's like you're projecting that onto your crush and you're like, okay, they could be interested one minute and not the next, and I want to make sure they're in this for real before I give this the time of day, is the vibe that's coming through. So yeah, I mean, I really feel like the ball's in your guys' court and whatever you choose, I feel like your crush is going to reciprocate, but it's interesting that they're kind of more on the passive end. Like you could be dealing with somebody, even if they're a masculine, who's a bit, runs more on the feminine side, okay? Because I kind of get the feeling like find it interesting that I'm not necessarily getting the vibe that your crush is, I don't feel like they'd almost make the first move. Or if they did, it wouldn't be that obvious or blunt. Like, yeah, so that's interesting. They do say, I really miss you. I smile at the chance just to see you again. Okay, so yeah, you know, I do feel like your crush is crushing on you, but they're keeping it low key. And it's really because they're gauging, like, they can't get a read on you guys, honestly. And I feel like it just keeps them wondering. But again, I'm getting a lack of that masculine energy. So, and those of you, you know, who are interested in a woman, it's gonna make more sense. But those of you who are interested in a guy, it's kind of like, I find this interesting that they like want you to make the first move, okay? That's coming through. And meanwhile, you guys are kind of like, this person, I want them to make the first move and make it obvious that this is what they really want. So you're both kind of like mirroring that right now. But I do see that you're both interested. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right. Bye, guys.